Welcome to part 67 of Let's Play Pokemon Yellow. In this video I'll be doing all the in-game trades. Just before I do that though, I have leveled Gloom up to level 52 and it's learned its final move, which is Solar Beam. I'll just show you that. I put that over Absorb because Absorb is really weak, so it now has Solar Beam, Acid, Petal Dance, which causes confusion, but is actually quite powerful for a grass move, and Sleep Powder. I think I might have said in the last video or the one before that Dizzy Punch causes, or one video where I mentioned Dizzy Punch, that it causes confusion. It only causes confusion in Gold, Silver, Crystal. It doesn't cause confusion in Red, Blue, Yellow. Anyway, I've also leveled up Dragonair to level 54, and it only needs 622 experience points to go up to level 55, upon which it will learn Hyper Beam and then evolve into Dragonite. I leveled them up in Cerulean Cave. It was quite annoying to do that because I had to use a few full restores and full heals and max potions and I had to keep going back to the Pokemon Center as well because the Pokemon in there are quite powerful, and Dragonair doesn't really know any really powerful moves that can one-hit KO any of the Pokemon in there, so it was quite difficult to level up, and of course Gloom was difficult as well. Anyway, let's buy a Leaf Stone and evolve Gloom. Now, while I'm here, I might as well buy a Thunderstone just to show you it won't work on Pikachu. I don't think I've shown you that yet. I'll do the Pikachu thing first, just to show you. Okay, Thunderstone, there we go. So it is able to be used on Pikachu, but this is what happens if you use it on the special Pikachu that walks around with you. Pikachu is refusing. That's all you get. You can't evolve that Pikachu. I'll need another one with Game Shark. Or I could just Game Shark a Raichu, I don't know. I'll probably end up Game Sharking another Pikachu though. Anyway, let's use the Leaf Stone on Gloom. And what Gloom is evolving? Yeah, it's learned its final move, so it doesn't learn any more, so there's no point keeping it as a Gloom now, because Vileplume doesn't learn any moves, I think. Anyway, Gloom evolved into Vileplume. That's that, good. Right, now we have a Thunderstone. I'll use that on an Eevee that I Game Shark to get a Jolteon. Speaking of which, I might as well get a Firestone now, because I'm going to be doing the Game Sharking probably in the next video. I might as well buy a Firestone now. This Firestone will be for, I might as well get another Thunderstone as well, because I'll need one for another Eevee, so, yeah, I'll need one for Pikachu, Eevee, and I'll need a Firestone for the other Eevee, so I'll get the Firestone as well, yeah, so that's all I need now, that's it. I'll never need any more stones now, just a Firestone for the other Eevee, a Thunderstone for an Eevee, and a Thunderstone for the other Pikachu I'll pick up with Game Shark, because this annoying one refuses to evolve. Anyway, with that done, I'm going to go to Cinnabar Island. Oh no I'm not, I'm going to go to Cerulean City first and evolve my Dragonair into a Dragonite. Then I'm going to go to Cinnabar Island to do 3 trades there that need to be done. Right, let's use the bicycle and go to Cerulean Cave again. I had to come here again actually, Cerulean Cave. I had to explore it again to pick up another Lickitung, because I need a Lickitung to trade for that Dugtrio near Vermilion. So I had to go all the way to the bottom, to the basement floor again to pick up a Lickitung, which was a pain. It was actually harder to find and harder to catch as well. It needed 3 Ultra Balls, that Lickitung. It was actually a pain having to get another Lickitung. It's not worth it. I mean, a Lickitung, which is hard enough to catch and find as it is, and then trading it for a rubbish Dugtrio, which I can just find in Diglett's Cave, which is right near to where you do the trade anyway. It's a rubbish deal, really rubbish. Anyway, right, so we're evolving Dragonair. Just one of these Pokemon should be enough. I hope I don't get a Grappler. That'll be harder to defeat than a Golbat. But no, it's a Venomoth. That's quite uncommon. I'm glad of that actually. It's level 54 Venomoth. I'll do Slam. I think Venomoth has quite weak physical defense, yeah. Oh no. Oh good, it didn't work. Don't you paralyse me. Sleep Powder. I'd actually prefer the Stun Spore to that. There's the Poker Flute. it's on Psychic. This shouldn't be too bad because Venomoth doesn't have really good special attack. Yeah, it's only done that. Right, Slam. Yeah, the thing about Dragonair, it's difficult to train up because it doesn't have any powerful moves on it. Well, apart from the one it's going to learn now. Good, that'll be enough experience. Level 55 for Dragonair, and Dragonair's trying to learn Hyper Beam. No, yeah. Hyper Beam is a really good move, normal move, but it takes 2 turns. The Pokemon that uses it has to recharge, quote unquote, after it uses Hyper Beam. Gyarados learns it at level 52, so I'll have to train Gyarados up to level 52 to learn that. Yes, I will. I'll get rid of. I want to keep Dragon Rage because it's a Dragon move and it always does 40 damage, which means it's reliable. Slam is alright, so it's either Leer or Thunder Wave. I'd rather keep Thunder Wave because it causes paralysis and Leer just lowers defense. It's not even. It's just like a Tail Whip, really. So it isn't as good as Screech. So I'll get rid of Leer. And if I use Hyper Beam successfully, I won't even need a Leer. Anyway, Dragonair learned Hyper Beam, and what? Dragonair is evolving. Okay, we're about to get Dragonite. It grows legs, and a tail, yeah, and arms, and a proper tail, and wings. Dragonair evolved into Dragonite. I think it looks a bit like Charizard. Anyway, now we have a Dragonite. That's an extra 2 on the Pokedex. So we're up to 132 now. Just 19 more Pokemon needed, and one of which I'm going to get in a trade. Right, let's go to Cinnabar. Wait. Okay, 3 of the trades are done here, one of which is a Kangaskhan, which is actually a really bad deal. 3 of the Pokemon I had to, I've actually picked up to do the trades. I got from Safari Zone, yeah, Kangaskhan. I got a Cubone from Safari Zone as well because they're a bit easier to get there in my opinion than in Pokemon Tower because they're not as rare. Even though I did have to use the Safari Zone mechanics to get it. Also, I had to pick up a Tangler from Safari Zone as well, so that's 3 Safari Zone Pokemon, of which the Kangaskhan was the most annoying as a find. I actually put all the Pokemon that I'm using for trades in box number 12, so I'll just deposit a lot of these Pokemon in box number 4. Just deposit Dragonite, don't need that anymore. I didn't heal it, but it doesn't matter. Who cares? Vileplume, get rid of that. Let's get rid of Mewtwo is out. I won't need Seadra. Yeah, I have Mewtwo out. Let's go to box number 12, and I'll show you what I picked up. Then I'll pause the video to stop it getting out of sync. I didn't do that in the last video. I completely forgot to do it, but luckily it wasn't out of sync. Really luckily, because what did I do in the last video? I was doing exploring Cerulean Cave. That's right. I caught Mewtwo. Of course I did. Yeah. You know, I couldn't remember then. It's like trying to remember yesterday's dinner. You can never do it. Anyway, okay, so what do we have in here? Yeah, Tangler, pick that one up in Safari Zone, and Kangaskhan, and Cubone. I think I've healed them all. Yeah, I've healed them all. Cubone, I decided to get that from Safari Zone rather than Pokemon Tower because they're more common there. Not that difficult to catch in Safari Zone, unlike Kangaskhan, which was a pain, I can tell you. Yeah, Clefairy, only 1% encounter rate at the start of Mount Moon. At the end of Mount Moon, they have 10% encounter rate, so I went to the end of Mount Moon, went back. I went past Cerulean Cave and went in the back entrance to the exit of Mount Moon and picked the Clefairy up near where I picked up the fossil, the Helix fossil. Yeah, so that was a bit of a pain to catch. Yeah, a Golduck. I had to find another Psyduck in the only place you can catch them in yellow, north of Vermilion City in the water if you surf around. And I had to evolve it into Golduck again at level 33. God. So I had to do all that. It was annoying. I completely forgot. Yeah, it's not an Abra for Mr. Mime in this game. It's Clefairy for Mr. Mime. In Blue and Red, you have to get an Abra and trade it for Mr. Mime, which is actually easier because Abras are actually they're only north of Cerulean City, near Bill's house. Abras, you can just get one there near where I did the Mew glitch. Just get an Abra there. But here it's Clefairy for Mr. Mime, which is annoyingly harder and irritating. Anyway, I had to get a Golduck, by evolving a Psyduck. It's pretty irritating. Yeah, I had to get another Lickitung from Cerulean Cave, and I had to pick another Growlithe, which is easy enough from Pokemon Mansion on Cinnabar Island. Interestingly, all the in-game trades, the Pokemon you'll get in return will always be at the same level that the one you trade will be at. So when I trade this Lickitung for that Dugtrio, I'll get a level 55 Dugtrio back, and when I trade this Cubone for the Machoke, which does evolve into Machamp, which means you get 2 on your Pokedex. You can get 2 Pokedex entries for 1 if you do it like that. If you get Machoke and Machamp that way, which I didn't do. But the Machamp I'll get, Machoke into Machamp I'll get will be level 19. The Mr. Mime will be at level 9, etc., etc. So I'll withdraw the 3 I need. I can't remember which ones I need. I know I need Kangaskhan. I think I need the Cubone as well. And I think I need the... I can't remember which other one I need. I'll just get Growlithe out, and if I need another one I'll just swap it. Anyway, they've all been healed up, even though I could just give them to them in really bad condition. But yeah, I'll pause the video. When I come back, we'll do the trades. Back in a moment. And we're back. Okay, let's do these trades. What does this say again? A photo of the lab's founder, Dr. Fuji. I thought there was a Mr. Fuji in Lavender Town, the one I rescued. Maybe they're brothers. Okay, does anyone want to trade in here? Hi, do you have Growlithe? Oh yes, good, I'm glad I picked up Growlithe now. Want to trade it for Dugong? Yeah, go on then. Yeah, the Dugong we get will be at level 34. Yeah, the game treats in-game trades like real-world trades. It shows Game Boys and everything. I think they do this to try and encourage people to do real-world trades, but yeah, obviously it doesn't make any sense because in this world, Pokemon are real, they're not on a Game Boy, yet people seem to use Game Boys. It's like people playing Pokemon inside the world of Pokemon. It doesn't make any sense. Anyway, there's your Growlithe. Okay, connect the cable like so. I mean, even if I didn't have Seal and Dugong on the Pokedex, and I didn't have a Dugong, getting this Dugong wouldn't be very good anyway, because I still have to get a Seal, because it would only put Dugong on the Pokedex, not a Seal. So I just don't see the incentive for doing this trade. The only advantage really is the Dugong will be it'll be a traded Pokemon, so it'll get more experience in battle. It'll just pick up enhanced experience. That's the only thing really. You know, yeah, all the trainers are called trainers. The ones that we trade with are called trainers, except they do have different ID numbers. You know, take good care of Dugong. SC traded Growlithe for Dugong. Thanks, pal. Can you imagine her saying that? Thanks, pal. It's a beauty. She has the same sprite as a beauty, and she says something like "Thanks, sweetie," or something. Not thanks, pal. How is my old Dugong? My Growlithe is doing great. Okay. Does this want something? Hello there. Do you want to trade your Golduck for Rhydon? No, I don't have the Golduck out, do I? I'll have to get that out. I know the bloke over here wants Kangaskhan, though. I know it's this bloke. I'm looking for Kangaskhan, want to trade one for Muck. It's a rubbish deal. I mean, Kangaskhan is such a pain. It's such a pain to get from the Safari Zone, and a Muck is rubbish. It's just an easy evolution. It's not even a decent Pokemon. I mean, Kangaskhan is much better. Go on then. I have to get another Kangaskhan for this. And the Muck we get will be at level 28. Okay, connect the cable like so. I mean, at least it will get enhanced experience points, but... and he's also called Trainer. I'm pretty sure in Blue and Red I remember that the in-game trades, the trainers have different names. I can't be 100% on that though, but here they're all called Trainer, which is a bit lazy really. I mean, it would make it seem more real if they had different names. Anyway, yeah, but they do all have different ID numbers. Anyway, we get a Muck. Take good care of Muck. SC traded Kangaskhan for Muck. Hey, thanks. And we don't get the music like we got with Dugong. The we don't get that in this one for some reason. Anyway, let's have a look at our traded Pokemon. Yeah, the Dugong is called Cezanne, after the painter presumably. And yeah, it's level 34 because that was the Growlithe. That was at level 34 as well. Original trainer is Trainer. Yeah, and the muck is called Sticky. I knew it was called something like that, Gloopy or something, but yeah, that's what it's called. And we can't change the name, it'll always be known as Sticky. Name rate I won't change it because we're not the original trainer, which doesn't make any sense. I mean, you can change it with, you might be able to change it with yeah, if you use Game Shark to change the ID number, it doesn't matter about the name of the trainer. You can use Game Shark to change the name of the ID number, then to change the ID number rather, and then you can go to name rate to change it to your one, then go to name rate, and then you can change its name. But I don't think you can change the name of the original trainer with Game Shark. Maybe with a hex editor or something. Anyway, but yeah, I mean, just because they've traded it and they were the original trainer, why should they be able to choose the name of it? I mean, if yeah, I mean, in the real world, you can't force someone to, if you sell a dog to someone, you can't say, right, it's now called Shit or something, you have to call it Shit forevermore. You'd change the name of it, wouldn't you? Oh, it doesn't make any sense. Anyway, and it's level 28 because that was the Kangaskhan we traded. Anyway, yeah, again, not a good trade, pretty rubbish. Even if we do get Muck, we still have to get a Grimer for the Pokedex. And the fact that Kangaskhan is much better and much rarer than Muck. But yeah, we're going to put these two in box number 12 to keep them separate. And we're going to get out the Golduck that that person wants. I'll put Cubone away. I'll do him later. Let's put Suzanne and Sticky away. I'm going to get out, I'll get Clefairy out, I'll do the Mr. Mime one as soon as I've done the Golduck one. The Golduck for Rhydon. I mean, just like the other one, I mean, what's the incentive of getting this Rhydon? I still have to get a Rhyhorn for the Pokedex. The only advantage is that it'll be easier. It won't be more powerful, it'll just be easier to train it up because it will get more experience points. That's the only advantage. Hello there, do you want to trade your Golduck for Rhydon? Yes. Not my really good Golduck, level 51, just this rubbish Golduck, and then I painstakingly trained up to level 33 from a level 15 Psyduck. Okay, connect the cable like so. Yeah, it evolves at level 33, I didn't put it any higher. Okay, off goes my Golduck to someone else named Trainer. And then we'll go and get the Mr. Mime, which is the only Mr. Mime in the game. Annoyingly, there isn't a trade for Jinx in this game. We have the only legitimate way of getting a Jinx is the one called Lola from Blue and Red, which means we'll Game Shark a Jinx. Which means it's impossible in Blue, Red and Yellow to get a Jinx that isn't called Lola, unless you cheat. Unless you, well, they didn't intend it, but you can catch a Jinx in Gold, Silver, Crystal, I think. So you can get one from there. But they didn't intend that when they made these games. Anyway, take good care of Rhydon. ST traded Golduck for Rhydon, and this has the music, but the one for Kangaskhan didn't. Thanks. Hello there, your old Golduck is magnificent. It's not really an old one, I only just caught it. I forgot to show you what he says when we complete the trade with this bloke. Yeah, he says, "Isn't my old Muck great?" No, it isn't. It's rubbish. It's a rubbish trade. I've just been had. I mean, that's a worse deal than the £500 for the Magikarp. At least there, I got a Magikarp and I could train it up into a Gyarados, and I had Magikarp and Gyarados, and I was original trainer as well. And it only cost £500. I didn't have to go and catch a Kangaskhan or train up a Gold Psyduck to level 33 to evolve it into Golduck. It's just ridiculous. Anyway, let's go and do the other one. Yeah, the Rhydon is bizarrely called Buffy, like Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I have no idea why. Why is it called Buffy? Anyway, it doesn't make any sense. Anyway, let's go and get that. Oh yeah, I'll need Parasect to get that to trade Clefairy, won't I? I'll have to get Parasect out from somewhere. Let's deposit Buffy, and let's get Let's get Parasect back. Where did I put him? Let's say box number 4. No. Siege is in there. That's why I like Gold, Silver, Crystal, the PC in that one, because in that one you can see what's in the box without having to change, I think. No. Must be in 2 or 1 then, by process of elimination, easy logic. But it's in 1. And it really is in 1. That was awkward. Right. Come out, wherever you are. There it is, thank you. There's my Parasect, my old friend Parasect. Handy Parasect for his Spore and his Cut. Okay, let's go to Pewter. It's closer to Pewter, really. Yeah, it's closer to Pewter City than it is to Viridian. I could have used those rare candies to train that Golduck up, but I didn't. It's a bit of a waste of them, really, since I'm gonna trade it anyway. I think it's in the house down here. Here it is. Right, let's get that Mr. Mime. Yeah, it's this little bloke with the... What does this one say? Fainted Pokemon can't fight, but it can still use moves like Cut. Yeah, I know. This is the one with the Game Boy. I'm looking for Clefairy. Want to trade one for Mr. Mime? What a foolish little boy. The only Mr. Mime in the whole game, and he's trading it for something he can catch easily in Mount Moon. Well, as long as he knows where to go in there. Not in the entrance and the exit place. Yeah, go on in. Okay, connect the cable like so. And we get a Mr. Mime called Miles. The Mr. Mime in the Mr. Mime in Red and Blue is called Marcel, French name. In this one it's called Miles. And it will be at level 9, because the Clefairy we're trading is level 9. Come on, give me my Mr. Mime, I need it for the Pokedex. I will be catching a Mr. Mime with Game Shark as well, because it'll be one that isn't called Miles. I remember playing Blue, it was really liberating using a Game Genie, because I managed to catch a Farfetch that isn't called Ducks, because I hated that one called Ducks, because you can't get rid of the annoying nickname. You know, take good care of Mr. Mime, and he's also called Trainer. A different ID number though. SC traded Clefairy for Mr. Mime. Thank you very much. Hey, thanks. Isn't my old Mr. Mime great? Yes, it is great, because it's the only one in the whole game. Okay, so that's put us up to 133 on the Pokedex now. And there it is, it's called Miles. Not the best Psychic type, really. Confusion Barrier. It isn't a very good Psychic type. Hypno and Alakazam are better. Even I think other Psychic types are better as well, like Venomoth, which isn't really Psychic type but learns Psychic. I even think that's better than Mr. Mime. At least it has some other good moves like Sleep Powder and things like that. Anyway, what are we doing? We're going to Vermilion. Because we're going to trade Cubone for that Machoke / Machamp. Let's put Miles, no, not in box number 1, box number 12, I don't want them getting mixed up. There you go, Miles. We now have a Mr. Mime. Right, we still need to trade Tangela, Lickitung, Cubone. We trade Tangela outside Fuchsia at the bottom end of Cycle Road. Let's do Cubone first and Lickitung. Let's do them now. The Cubone is somewhere in the underground path. The one that leads from Vermilion to Cerulean, I mean. Yeah, that's where I had to catch that Psyduck again. Is it this one? No, it's on the other end. Yeah, we picked up all the items from there, didn't we? Here she is. Hi, do you have Cubone? I want to trade it for Machoke. I mean, again, even if I do get a Machoke and Machamp out of this, I still have to get a Machop from somewhere. So, it's no advantage, really, apart from the extra experience. I mean, the enhanced experience it gets. Okay, connect the cable like so. I mean, if you're lazy and you don't want to get a Machamp with a link cable in a real-world trade, this is the only way to get a Machamp without trading in the real world, which I've done using TGB Duel. So it is possible to get a Machamp without doing real-world trade. Gengar, Golem, and Alakazam aren't possible without a real-world trade. However, I don't think this trade is possible in blue and red. I don't think we can do this then. Anyway, so we get a Machoke, and there's no way of stopping this evolution. If you press B button, it won't stop the evolution. Take good care of Machoke. And what? Ricky is evolving. Yeah, it's called Ricky. I don't know why. Maybe it's after Ricky the Hitman Hatton. I don't know. Was he going around when this game? Was he around when this game was made? Ricky evolved into Machamp. It's still called Ricky. Yeah, I don't think was Ricky the Hitman Hatton sort of famous then? I don't know. I don't know why it's called Ricky, basically. SC traded Cubone for Machoke, and it does the noise again, but it didn't do it with Kangaskhan. Thanks, pal. And she also says thanks, pal, like an old man, even though she's a little girl. How is my old Machoke? My Cubone is doing great. Okay, let's do the Lickitung. Okay, Lickitung is in that was near where we found Snorlax. Well, one of those Snorlaxes was. Let's go and do that now. Yeah, Lickitung, a really annoying Pokemon to catch, rare and in a difficult place, and at the bottom of Sudin Cave for a Dugtrio, which we can find quite simply, and even evolve it up quite simply in Diglett's Cave, which is right nearby to where we do the trade. What is the advantage of that? What is the advantage of getting that Dugtrio? None whatsoever, that's what the answer is. These trades are rubbish. The only one worth doing is the Mr. Mime one. And even then that's annoying because it needs a Clefairy. Right, is this the one? I'm looking for Lickitung. I want to trade one for Dugtrio, and again, I still need a Diglett if I did this. It wouldn't put Diglett on the Pokedex. I still need to find a Diglett. Okay, connect the cable like so. I mean, did they put these in-game trades in to be as awful as possible, apart from the Mr. Mime one? I think the Dugtrio is called Gurio or something Japanese maybe, I don't know. It's either Italian or Japanese. I'm guessing Japanese. But the Dugtrio we get back will be at level 55 because that was the one. That was the Lickitung's level. So it's not too bad, I suppose. But yeah, it's another trainer with a different ID number. They're all called Trainer. Take good care of Dugtrio. SC traded Lickitung for Dugtrio. It does the noise again. It's strange how they didn't do it for Kangaskhan. Hey, thanks. Isn't my old Dugtrio great? No. I think my old Lickitung is great, really, because that was harder to find. Anyway, what's it called? It's called... Yep, it's called Gurio, I was right. Okay, let's fly to... the last trade is at the bottom of Cycle Road. In the building there, near Fuchsia, so let's go to Fuchsia, and then we'll end the video. I don't know why I'm healing them, but maybe they need healing anyway. And let's put Gurio and Ricky away, and let's get out the Tangler we need for whatever it is we get from Tangler. I can't even remember, it's so rubbish. Yeah, so the Mr. Mime I got is the one that made the Pokedex alright. Filled the Pokedex, but I'm going to get another Mr. Mime with Game Shark because I want it to be called Mr. Mime and not Miles. So I don't like stupid nicknames. Okay, Tangler. Okay, I'll do the trade as soon as I've paused the video to stop it going out of sync with the audio. Back in a mo. And we're back. Okay, let's perform the 7th and final in-game trade. It's interesting how no more names are put on the winning trainers list in the gyms. You would think that other people would go in there and defeat the gym leaders as well, or that other people had done it in the past, but only my name and Malcolm's name is on there permanently. Anyway, yeah, the last trainer with whom to trade is here. Come here. I'm looking for Tangler. Want to trade one for Parasect? Oh yeah, it's Parasect. So we get another Parasect, and it should be at level 22. Again, it would only put Parasect on the Pokedex, not Paras, so we still have to find another Paras. And they're really common anyway and not difficult to catch, so I don't know why anyone would want to do this. It's a bad deal. A Tangler is harder to find than Parasect. That's the bottom line, really. Okay, connect the cable like so. Off goes my Tangler. That's the last one. Yeah, in the next video I'm going to be doing the game sharking I need to do to get the rest of the Pokemon. Magmar, Electabuzz, Coughing, Weedle, Meowth, 2 Eevees, the Helix, not the Helix Fossil, the Dome Fossil, the other Pikachu I need. Yeah, I'll game shark a Dome Fossil and give that to the lab. Another Pikachu I need to get a Raichu, things like that. Maybe there's some I've missed. Take good care of Parasect. SC traded Tangler for Parasect. Hey, thanks. It's weird how it didn't do it for Kangaskhan, that noise, the sound effect. Cause it did it for every other trainer apart from him. Isn't my old Parasect great? No, it's not. It's rubbish. And what's it called? I was right. It is called Spike. Yeah, I thought it was Spike or Spiky or something. Let's have a look at it. Original trainer again. That's imaginative. Scratch, Stun, Spore, and Leech Life. Brilliant. I prefer my Parasect. That's really good. It has Slash, Spore, Mega Drain, and Cut. Really good moves. Okay, let's go back to let's go back to where should we go? I don't know. Somewhere where there's grass we can catch Pokemon that we need to game shark. Let's go to Vermilion. There's grass there, loads of grass there. And just north, I'll be able to game shark everything there. Okay, let's put Spike away in box number 12, and then goodbye Spike. That's all of them. Suzanne, the Dugong, Sticky the Muck, Buffy the Rhydon, I'm about to say Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Buffy the Rhydon, Miles the Mr. Mime, Ricky the Marchoke / Marchamp, Gurio the Doug Trio, and Spike the Parasect. That's all 7 in-game trades done. Right, now I'm going to open up a new Pokemon box as soon as I get some more Pokemon out. I'll need Parasect to catch the Game Shark Pokemon. I'll get some more Pokemon out, and then I'll open up a new box and put all the Game Shark Pokemon in there. I'll just get another random one out. What should I get? Let's get Omastar out just for a laugh. There we go. Open up a new box, box number 5, that's going to have all the Game Shark Pokemon in there. Okay, so that's that done. No Pokemon here, good. I bet these need healing for some reason, because they've lost a... oh no, they haven't. None have lost any health points from being in the Pokemon box. Yeah, Parasect Spore will be really good for catching the Game Shark Pokemon. Okay, I'll save the game here. Next video, I'll be game sharking the rest of the Pokemon that I need. It's that or trade with a completed blue or red game, which I can't be bothered to play through blue, red, or another yellow to trade with. So I'll be game sharking the Pokemon I need, getting 2 Eevees, Magmar, Electabuzz, a Coughing, a Meowth, an Ekans, that's the other one, a Weedle, and getting the evolutions by training them up. Getting another Pikachu for Raichu, because this one won't evolve with Thunderstone, and getting a Dome Fossil and giving that to the Pokemon Lab. I'll Game Shark a Dome Fossil. Pokemon Lab to get a Kabuto, then it'll give me a Kabutops when I train it to level 40. Yeah, 2 EVs for a Jolteon and a Flareon, that's all the ones I need. Let's confirm that. Yep, Weedle. There's Raichu, Ekans, Arbok. Meowth, Persian, yep, need a Meowth. Coughing and Wheezing. Oh yeah, need a Hitmonlee as well, don't I? Yep, Game Shark a Hitmonlee. Oh yeah, I need a Jinx, Game Shark a Jinx. Game Shark, Magmar and Electabuzz, or Electabuzz and Magmar, whichever way around they are. Game Shark 2 EVs for Jolteon and Flareon. Game Shark a Dome Fossil, give it to Pokemon Lab to turn it into a Kabuto and then Kabutops. Yeah, Kabutops, Magmar and Electabuzz are the only ones I haven't seen. And I have Dragonite now, and then when I have all the Pokedex, I'll go through all the Pokedex and read it all. Which will be fun. Okay, so yeah, 133 on the Pokedex now, just 19 more needed. So next video I'll be doing some game sharking. Thanks for watching, and bye bye.